Hey, what's up YouTube? I know it's been about a month that I uploaded a video on the nano reef tank that we're building. So today is the day, so we can see how's everything been. So stay tuned. Hey, how's everybody doing? So yesterday was a month since I set up this all-in-one aquatop reef tank. If you guys recall from the first video, this was going to be my wife's tank, but she lost her interest to it, so now it's up to me to rescue the tank. So either way, this tank was gonna be mine either way, because everything that's hers is mine. But anyhow, first of all, I want to let you guys know why I haven't been steadily uploading videos regarding this tank. First of all, is because after I set up the tank and uploaded the first video, I let one of my brothers use my SIM card for the fact that he was the one who took our wedding pictures, so he was going to upload them there. So I had to be patient, and I couldn't like tell him to hurry up because I need to upload videos. So that's why. But a lot of things have been going on with this tank. As you guys can see, I have a fan right there, and I'm going to tell you guys why and what's going on. So first of all, let's start with the equipment. I want to start off with, I'm still using the black sponge the tank came with. This is the skimmer that came with this tank, and actually it's a good skimmer. It has produced skimmet. I'm gonna tell you guys what happened. So since day one, when I set up this tank, it seemed like it produced skimmet, but it was a bunch of salt, so it was left right here in the bottom of the cup. So for the past 2 weeks or 3, when I set up the tank, it didn't produce any of the micro bubbles that you could see down there. I don't think the camera will zoom in. So I was thinking, well, this is a cheap Chinese alternative of a skimmer. So I was like, it probably doesn't work. It's probably just right there for decoration, or like letting people think that, oh, you have a great deal, it has a skimmer, it has everything that you need. But that was my fault for not actually doing research or forgetting how properly to work a skimmer. So what happened, I took it yesterday, when this thing turned in a month, I took it yesterday to my local pet store at Randy's, and he was able to fix it. So what I think that happened was, it's either there was sand stuck in the impeller or something of the pump down there, or the regulation right here. So I didn't know this right here actually controls the bubbles, either if you want a lot or less, how much you want your skimmer to be working. But as you guys can see there, it's producing bubbles. Before, it didn't even do that. So if you guys, and like I said, it works well, the skimmer. So if you guys have this aquatop all-in-one and your skimmer's not working, just check right here. Try to open it a little bit and mess with it, and once you see the micro bubbles working, then your skimmer is good. Just be careful, you don't want no micro bubbles actually going inside your display tank. And on the media bags here, what it used to have, it came with the little sponges that are carbon, the other ones are phosphate, to remove any ammonia and toxics, and then the little biomedia that it has. So I got the 2 first bins. The top layer, I filled it with the I filled it with the poly filter pads for the top layer. The layer after that, I used the ChemiPure blue, also with the 2 little fishes Phoslock for the phosphates. So that's what's going on right there. And down here I decided to put some chaeto so the chaeto could actually absorb the nitrates. I'm not sure if it does the phosphates as well. And what I use to light the chaeto is the standard stock light that came with, that the tank came with. And the settings for the AI Prime, what I'm using, I actually got the settings from Karen's Nano Reef, because when you get this light, it doesn't tell you how to set up the light or anything like that. But I looked it up online and I got it from her. So if you guys want to check that out, how to set up the AI light settings and programming, then head to her channel. Her channel's Nano Karen's Reef, and that setting's been working for me. The reason I have the fan here is because I live in the Central Valley in California, so it's pretty hot out here. And since it's my first time keeping a Nano Reef tank, the water gets really hot, so it does disturb the corals. It also can kill them. So I used a little, as you guys can see, the light produces heat, so does the light back there, and plus a heater, so the water gets hot. So I added this little clip-on fan from Target to help me to maintain a steady temperature. The only thing with this is that it evaporates the water faster, so it evaporates the heat of the water, and you have to start topping off the water with some fresh RODI, or if you use tap water, then your tap water with conditioner. So yeah, okay, so that's on the equipment what I'm using right now. Let's go to the tank now. As you guys can see, it is a low iron glass. The only thing with this glass that I have noticed, it's really easy to scratch, so I already scratched it and I got a bit upset, but I have looked into buffering the glass, and it is possible if the scratches aren't that bad. Okay, being a month now this tank's been set up, I do have some corals that I had added. I still have only the 2 clownfish that are living in this aquarium, with some snails and hermit crabs. As you guys can see, the tank is well established to host corals now. In a month, it's boosted up the process with the nitrifying bacteria. But I want to tell you guys the corals that I have. I had the Hollywood green. I think that one right there is called the Rasta, and of course the green candy cane torch that lost its color. I had it in the 40 gallon, and it's the only survivor from right there, so hopefully it gains its color. I have a frog spawn, and I have 2 Duncans, and I have some green star polyps in the back. I did forget the name of these type of mushrooms here, so I have these 3 type of mushrooms, and I forgot the name of those, so it's there, and this coral as well. So this is what's been going on with this tank. There's corals in the tank. I'm not sure if I'm going to remove some of these corals and place them in the 40 gallon tank. Probably going to get more corals. So now it's time for me to confess what's actually been going on with this tank. Okay, so in this video I'm going to confess what's really been going on with this tank from day 1 to now, which is a month. What's been going on with this tank? So this tank was set up a month ago on a Saturday. So what happened is that on that same day I added the sand, some bits of rock, and of course I started off right with RODI water and some instant ocean reef crystal salt mix. That day I added my first bottle of nitrifying bacteria from Flubel. the day after, I added my 2 first fish that were my Wyomings from my 40 gallon. I moved them here, so now they're hosting this tank. So that was the second day. Now on the third day, what I did, I'm those people who are not patient. So what I did was I added all the corals from my 40 gallon. They weren't doing that good there anymore, and I'll tell you guys why in another video. So I put them here on the aquatop. So the corals looked like they were trying to opening up, right? And next thing you know, the next day all the corals were dead except my torch. My hammers died. Forgot which other corals that I had. Frog spawns, my hammers, and I forgot the other 2 that I had. They died. Oh, and the other survivor that I have, it's the candy cane right there. As you can see, it has 3 hits, but they're doing horrible compared to the one I just purchased. So I think I either, most likely I added the corals too soon, because I totally forgot about the nitrogen cycle. I was going through the ammonia spike, the nitrate spike, and I forgot about it. So I started seeing diatoms. So that's when I added actually my two more bottles of nitrifying bacteria to even going through this process a bit faster. So I got the Instant Ocean nitrifying bacteria with Dr. Tim's one and only nitrifying bacteria bottle. So what happened was that okay, so on the second week there was no more diatoms. Algae was not completely, but it was most likely banished. And so I was like, okay. So what happened? My corals had died. So I said I'm gonna try it again with adding corals. So I had purchased about 60 bucks of corals. I had bought some hammers, and I bought this coral that was there. So what happened was that after I did them, I placed them here. The corals started dying. In about 2 days they died, and I was wondering why. I was like, if it's either my tank's not that matured, or I'm doing something wrong when I dip them. So I had to figure out what was going on, because I knew my tank, the test gave me the results that my tank was completely cycled. And what had happened was that I was looking into it, and I was like, I think it's my dip, because I think the corals get stressed out, or there was too much toxics added to it when I was dipping them. So I asked the guy from my local fish store, because I had bought another Duncan from my fish store with another I think it was a Hollywood green as well, and they died too within a day. And I was like, what the heck? I know Duncans are hardy corals, so what's going on? So I always used to use Bayer to dip my corals, but this time I wanted to start off right, like I had said. So I bought a product that I never used, that it was actually meant for corals, and this was Coral Revive. So they tell you to add 4 capsules for 1 gallon of water to dip corals. So what I was doing, I used 1 capful for like not even a couple of ounces. So it was like smaller than this. Yeah, it was smaller. It's smaller than this container.
It's like a 2 cup.
So this container,
this is 3 cups.
It's a 3 cup container. That was basically a 2 cup container. So that's where I was dipping my corals and adding the 1 capful of Revive. So if 4 capfuls are a gallon, that's a couple. It's like what, 2 liters of water. But or yeah. So what was going on was, actually I was killing my corals. I was putting too much solution. And in my opinion, I was like, oh, probably if you add more, it wouldn't affect. It's probably even better because you're killing off whatever pests are that it's in the coral. But I didn't know that could kill them, because I asked the guy from my local fish store, and he had told me that it has happened to him where he adds a little bit too much, or he leaves them in there for a little bit too much, they will die. And I was actually scared to buy new corals, because I was like, I don't want to waste no more money. I already wasted $800 just on the tank, on setting up the tank with the light, everything. As you guys know, just the light itself was like $250, $300, and the tank was $300 plus tax. So, and the rocks, I think it was like $100, $80, $100 of rocks, $20, $30 on sand. So I had already wasted a lot of money, plus the other corals that I had purchased before. So I was scared of buying corals. But as you guys seen on the previous video, I traded all my convicts and I got about $90 worth of store credit. So that's where all these corals come from. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna just try it. Either way, if they die, then what's going to happen is just that basically I gave my fish for free. But either way, I was even offering to people to give them for free, because I didn't want to rehome them. I didn't want to keep them with me, so I was rehoming them. Okay, so I tried it on. I went to the store and I bought some ice cream, those gallon buckets of ice cream. So I ate that ice cream like in a day. So I gained a couple pounds. So I just rinsed it off and I filled it up with. This is something I'm learning, as you guys know. This time I'm actually taking this serious. So before, on those little cups, I'll just get water from my tank, and that's how I was dipping the corals. So this time I just got fresh RODI water, mixed it with salt mix, and filled it up to a gallon, placed my corals there. And actually I didn't even use 4 capfuls of the Coral Revive, because that's how scared I was. So I actually used 3 capfuls. Luckily enough, there wasn't a lot of pests. I probably just seen like 2 to 3 pests on all these corals. From all these corals, just like 3 pests. So that tells you that the storage didn't really carry that much pests. So like as you guys can see, most likely the problem was that I was overdosing with the coral dip, because the corals are both open. Just that my snails, they always drop my corals. So I gotta find a place where I'm going to keep the corals, or some of them are probably going to the 40 gallon, since the 40 gallon is stable now. And I'll tell you guys what happened there in another video. I just want to give you guys a quick update on this tank, so you guys won't think that I just forget, that I just upload something, start something, and don't finish it off. So it was either that I was overdosing with the Revive, or the tank wasn't matured enough. It is a month now, everything's doing well. I don't really get algae as much as before, and one of the reasons for that, it could be because of the chaeto, which is in the back. But everything's been well, steady. Everything's going well. The corals are opening up, showing color, so that's a good thing. But most likely, I think I was just over dipping the corals, because I was even scared of getting new corals, because I love hammers and frog spawns, but I'm scared of getting them because they have all died. And I did feel sad when my corals from my 40 gallon, I brought them here and I killed them faster than I would have thought if I would have left them there. So there's like my little rant to tell you guys what's going on, what's been going on behind the videos, behind me actually uploading. So I am going to end this video. Any questions, just leave a comment. I appreciate those who watch the videos. If you're new to the channel, if you like what you're seeing here, you can subscribe, hit the notification button, the like button, and share. And I'm finishing off this video with these little grumpy pants. These fish always attack my finger, and it's not because they're hungry, because they're always hungry. It's just that you gotta remember that clownfish are damsels, so they are grumpy at times. So when I try to move my corals around, whatever, he always comes, or she always comes and attacks me, attacks my hand, my finger. Like it bothers her seeing me put my hand in the tank, but it's actually a good thing, that because I get a little bit scared too. Either though it doesn't hurt, but it's good, so that way I won't be putting my hands inside the tank as much, so everything could just be maintained by itself. So that's it for today. I thank you guys for watching. I know I'm doing everything fast. I'm going to have some visit later, so I just want to upload this video as soon as I can. And happy first month to this tank. Everything's been doing well, and I'm out.